Hi everybody, thanks so much for stopping by today. It's Audrey. I am so excited to be a part of a very special YouTube series happening this week on Christine Meyer's channel. She is doing a Back to School Crafty video series on her YouTube channel, and her theme all week is back to school photos, and she has guest designers visiting her each day, and she is giving away a great back to school prize. I think there's a gift card in there to scrapbook.com, a planner, some stickers, and lots of other things. So please go check out her channel for details on that, and I will link it at the end of this video. So I am going way back in my timeline of photos here to my daughter's first day of kindergarten, because I have never scrapped her photos from starting kindergarten. So when I say way back in time, it's only 2014, but I had these two photos. The first one on the left, you can see the bus in the background coming down the road, and then she's getting on the bus. And I love both photos. I had printed these out a long time ago and have been meaning to use them. But I have a hard time using two photos that are this large. I have kind of gotten to myself in a position where I like to scrap single photos or two smaller photos. So this was challenging for me because I am not used to scrapping photos this size. Anyway, I picked out the one of the most recent collections from Amy Tan's called Hustle and Heart, and there's a lot of back to school things in it. Like there's this paper with the pens and pencils, there is paper with paper clips, there's kind of a notebook like legal pad yellow paper, and this black and white striped, if that was kind of fun. And then I pulled out that green paper with the ABCs on it. That's an old Studio Calico paper from one of their collections, the back to school collections. So I have my photos on there, and like I said, this is a really challenging design for me. So I struggled a little bit with what to do. And I think the reason I have a hard time using larger photos now is that I like to use the rest of my page for design space. And because I don't know, I like to play with paper and embellishments, and when the photos take up more room, there's less room for playing with the other goodies, I guess. But I still also want to make the photos stand out too. So I honestly struggled a little bit with this page. But I do know that these pencils are adorable. I got them in the dollar bin at Target last year around back to school time. They are so cute, and couldn't wait to use them on a page. Well, I guess I could because it's been a year now since I bought them. But so I'm definitely using that pencil on there. I love them. They're kind of like burlap and some felt, and so super cute. I went through the die cuts there for the Hustle and Heart collection, and I love the pencil and pens there. And you know what else I love is, I don't know if you can see it on the tag, there's pencil shavings, which I just thought was so cute and creative in the design. And the pencil shavings are also on the pattern paper that has the pen and pencils on it too. Of course, you need a little red apple when you do a back to school page, so I like the little red apple. So that gold foil heart was in the die cuts. I like the heart, but you can see over there on my right, there is a black heart, and I end up using that one. But the heart is super cute there over the K. By the way, I just went through my with my silhouette, and I found the letter K in a font that I liked, and I measured that size of that space there. You may have seen me writing down some measurements earlier. I just measured the size of the space so I knew what size to print the K and where to put it on my page. So I kind of measured how far down that I wanted to put it. So I have these two tags here. I like the blue one because I wanted a place to put my journaling. And I liked the one that says today is the day, but where am I going to put it? So I'm not sure yet. It does not stay there, but I'll move it around for a while. So I just went with some simple strips here because I wanted to have all these patterns in that are kind of, like I said, go along with kind of school themed patterns. And then the stickers, the clear stickers, actually looked very nice on the white background, so I added those in, the paintbrush and the ruler and the pen, the pencil. And then I'm going to play around with where to put this embellishment, these tags. So I know I'm going to have this cluster over to the left with the apple and the pencil. I really love that. And the letter K, obviously. And then now I have this stuff on the top, and I'm probably going to put a label at the top, which I usually do with my photos. And I have some white space there at the top that I could fill in with, an embellishment. So now this bottom one, I have to decide you know, where I'm going to put it. So at first I have it in the middle here, but then I end up moving it over to the right because I just think it makes the page flow better. Right now I am fussy cutting out that black heart from that pattern paper. I liked the gold. It was cute, it was pretty, but it was just too small, and so I wanted to get a much bigger heart in there, and I thought that putting the black heart in there picked up on the black paper strip that I had. And I was also trying to see if I wanted to add something else black in there, but I did not end up going with that camera. Again, sticking with school theme stuff, one of my punches is kind of like a notebook paper punch, so I decided to punch one of those strips with this notebook paper punch just to give it a little interest. And those other strips, by the way, the blue one and the yellow one in the bottom, those are like the branding strips from the bottom of the piece of paper, because I was looking for specific colors, so I'm glad I found those on the bottoms of some of the other pattern papers. Okay, I'm going to glue these photos down to this, it's kind of a reddish piece of paper, and then glue this ledger paper behind the K. And when I glued this ledger paper down, the red line that's on the pattern paper, when I had it lined up originally, it kind of went straight down the edge of the K, and I didn't like that. I wanted it to be off-centered and stand off more, so I purposefully put the ledger paper so that the red line kind of went down the left side of the K. So this K is just not standing out enough for me, and I noticed, like, when I had cut out and I had the yellow paper behind there when I was kind of auditioning it, that it just wasn't bold enough. So I go through with my pen here, and just to outline it a little bit, I considered machine stitching it, which I kind of wish I did, because I didn't do any machine stitching on this page, not even on my strips now that I think about it. I should have done some machine stitching. I don't know what I was thinking. But yeah, definitely outlining it made it stand out a little bit more. I really wish the bus in my photo is so yellow. As a matter of fact, it's almost like an orange. I really just wish that the paper I used for the K was just a little bit darker orangey, to kind of make that visual triangle more prominent, because the yellow is a little light in the K. But anyway, it's fine. It'll do. Okay, so I'm just gonna, play around these strips a little bit more, because I'm trying to figure out how I can make them not so plain. So punching and tearing and roughing up the edges, again, just to add a little interest to each of the strips. This page for me was, like I said, it was a little bit of a challenge, but it was also very simple. Sometimes I overthink things, and I just went with this, and like I said, sometimes I turn the camera off when I'm doing process videos, and I sit and think and move things around that I don't put on camera because I know it's probably boring to anybody who watches my videos. But this page, I just kind of went through and did it, and kind of committed as I went along, and it was nice to get a page done in a relatively decent amount of time instead of spending hours contemplating over where to put the perfect embellishment. So, and I got this photo scrapped finally, so can't get any better than that, I guess. Okay, so I have the blue tag, the circle tag, and then I had it's out of view right now, but there's a pen sticker on the top of the page that was kind of that teal blue color. So I felt like I had to put something over to the left. So I got another little clear transparent sticker that's a little blue tag, and I put it underneath the apple over there to kind of complete the visual triangle with the teal elements, so you can see that better now. And because I had some dark spaces and areas in my photo, I went through my stash looking for some white stickers because I knew I had a ton. There were actually some in this Amy Tan collection, but I didn't like the phrases with them, and they weren't really fitting inside the darker areas of my photo. So these ones are from Simple Stories. I think it was their I Am collection. And I'm just picking out a couple and putting them over the photos in the darker area. I forget to do that sometimes. I mean, I have a lot of those clear stickers in different colors, so I have black ones that would look good on the whiter areas, but I love using the white stickers on the darker areas of photos. I had thought of this like super creative title for this page, like, Off She Goes, and you know, because I wanted to document how I was feeling on her first day of school. You know, when your your firstborn starts kindergarten, it's just like a whole new chapter. So that's kind of what I wrote about. I was a little sentimental, but not anymore. As a matter of fact, I can't wait for school to start in a week or two. I know that's probably terrible, but I stay home with my kids all summer and I love them so much. And school's good for them, so it's good for mommy too. Anyway, I ended up just putting the title kindergarten. How creative of me. Um, but yeah, so because I liked the font of those letters and I liked how they looked because they kind of looked like, I don't know, perfect hand drawn letters, and I just wanted to put the end of the K. So that's what the title is. Um, okay, so again, bringing in a few more black elements, just a little bit more black. The black and white. The black and white, I don't know, just screams school to me. I guess maybe I'm thinking of like composition notebooks, or chalkboards. But anyway, I used some black and white twine to kind of wrap those tags around the bottom of my photo. And I was trying to make it so that the twine didn't wrap all the way behind the photo so that it wasn't sticking up and add bulk behind the photos. So I'm just kind of using some tape and just taping the ends behind my little photo mat here. And I guess it saves you twine if you do it that way too. So I like the way that looks. It's so cute. I had to poke a hole, by the way, or punch a hole rather, in that blue oval tag because it wasn't really a tag. It was just like a journaling spot. This little ruler is super cute. That came in the die cut pack. It says Love You Beyond Measure, and I add a little bit more twine there. When I look at this page now, there's a lot of pink in it, and I really wanted it to be kind of a lot more primary colors, you know, your typical school colors like the yellow and the red apple. Of the papers and things that had the icons I wanted and the sayings I wanted ended up being pink, but that's okay. It works out just fine. But there is a lot of pink in it. Okay, so here's where I try to bring in a little bit more black. Splatters, of course, because I feel like I can never have a page without some type of splatter on it nowadays. So just a few drops of black. And I don't do too much else. I'm just going to glue this photo down. I do add a few things to the top. A little label sticker and another little phrase sticker, I believe. And I honestly, I don't use a lot of pop dots to pop things off. I glue the apple right to the page. I felt that the pencil there, the felt pencil, that has a little bit of bulk to it, so I didn't want to pop that off any more than it was because it would have been too bulky. There's the little green tag. I had to add the green tag at the top because, again, with my whole visual triangle thing, I have a green strip at the bottom. I have the little green leaf on the apple on the left. And then I just felt like I needed to have, you know, the green tag up there. And it was a cute saying. It kind of goes with the theme here too. Lastly, these teeny tiny paper clip stickers that are clear. So cute. I love those so much. And that's it. Like I said, don't do too much more to this page. No stitching, not very much mixed media, but it's super cute. I got the photo down, I got the story documented, and my daughter loves it, and that's important too. So thank you so much for stopping by today. Be sure to go check out Christine's channel for all the details on her giveaway and her whole Back to School series this week. You can check her link in the video right here. Thanks so much for watching. Stay scrappy, my friends.